What I'm doing is I'm starting from the middle of this basket and I'm working out all the way to the end of the basket. So it's one continuous coil all the way around. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to back wrap, and what that means is I'm going to not tie this yarn. I'm going to put it about 2 inches and I'm going to start wrapping over the top. So I'm just going to wrap over the top of that cord. Until I get to the end. And I'm trying as best as I can to wrap over all the white cord so I don't see any of the cord. And I'm also wrapping it pretty tight. Okay, so I'm pretty close to the end. I've already cut the end here at a taper, but I'm probably going to just trim it up a little bit so I won't see any of that. And I'll pick that up here in a second. Next thing you're going to do is I'm going to roll, and this is kind of where people mess up on. I'm going to roll this so I have 2 sides. I have a top and I have a bottom. Now my yarn is attached to the bottom. Does everyone see that? It's attached to the bottom part. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to make a figure 8. So it's attached to the bottom. I want to go over the top. Again, this is very important. I'm going over the top, coming back around to the center, and I'm going to go around the bottom. Now, if you look at it like this, and I'm going to show everyone as a class, if you look at it like that, you can see a figure 8. Does everyone see that? Yes. As I pull that tight, this will stay in place. Now I'm going to do another figure 8. Around the top, back to the middle, around the bottom, back to the middle. Pull it tight. This is where it's crucial that you pull tight, because this is how your basket's going to stay tight. This is how everything's going to work out. I'm going to do 3, and actually I'm probably going to do 1 more, just to make sure that this is all really tight. Okay, so I have all that's tight, everything. As long as I'm keeping this piece of yarn tight, this thing, I won't be able to stick my fingers in there. Does everyone see that? Again, it's just a figure 8. I'm going around the top, back to the middle, around the bottom, back to the middle. I'm holding on to the long piece of cord because that's what I'm going to be wrapping on. Now, I'm going to wrap around the cord the other direction until I can get this piece of cord to this side. So I'm wrapping this, and I'm wrapping this as tight as possible. And I can't get there yet, so I'm going to keep going. I'm pretty close. And I'm almost out of yarn. So when you get your yarn, make sure you have a little bit, I would say 2 arms lengths to make it work. Okay, so I'm back to the middle, or I'm back where I can attach again. I'm back where green will meet green. This time I'm going to have to use a needle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paper clip, extend it out, make a needle hole out of it, and I'm going to put my yarn through my makeshift eye. And right now you can see that all this is not attached. And my goal right now is to make it attached. And again, I'm just going to be doing... Okay, so I have it attached. I'm going to go over. Again, I'm just going to make my figure 8 again. I'm going to go over. Come back up. And I'm going to wrap again. So there's my figure 8 again. It's always going to be a figure 8. 1, 2, 3. Come out on one side, go over.
Is that through the very center?
Right now it's through the center. Once I get around here, it's just going to be the next coil down. So whatever coil next one down is where you're going to be going. Okay? And I'm going to continue this whole pattern. Now, to attach a new string, let's just say I run out of my yarn. I'm going to get my next piece. I'm going to set it right on top of my cord, and I'm just going to wrap around it. I'm going to do my 3 wraps, pull it tight, do my attachment, which is just a figure 8. I'm going over, coming back up, wrapping. Now, since this one's too short, I can use my new string, and I'm going to wrap around it. 1, 2, 3, pull it tight, attach.